Hello everyone, it's Megan Elizabeth with AboveRubyStudio.com. Here we are. I believe we're on day 6 of our tutorials. I'm filming these a little bit ahead of time, so I might be off a day, but you guys are all here. Welcome for our 12 days of Black Friday. Great sales, great prizes, all at AboveRubyStudio.com, and today I have a really great tutorial for you guys. This is a scrapbook layout. I'm going to be using sparkle lights. I'm going to be using the Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. I'm using paper that is from one of the Christmas Megan Elizabeth kits. I'm not sure. We're pretty close to being sold out if we haven't already sold out at craftycorner.com, www.craftycorner.com. And I'm going to use some mini ink edgers, and I'm going to use the Close to My Heart stamps that coordinate along with the Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. And I want to go ahead and just get started. We're going to make a really, I think, simple yet beautiful Christmas scrapbook layout, and this is just perfect. I think this is really great for layout for decorating your Christmas tree, or going to find that perfect Christmas tree, or even just a picture of your family by your Christmas tree for the year. What we're going to do, I already kind of prepped everything using the Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. I used this sheet of paper. Again, this is from the Holly Jolly collection with My Mind's Eye, and it is included in the Megan Elizabeth Christmas kit that should still be in stock at craftycorner.com. Very close to selling out. And what I did was cut out 3 trees, 3 of the trees according to the size on the acrylic sheet, on the stamp sheet, which is 3 3/4 inches. This is the coordinating stamp set, one of the coordinating stamp sets, there's many of them, that goes with the Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. And so I cut those out, and then I cut out a few more, just a 1/2 inch bigger, 2 more. And then I cut out 2 Christmas ornaments that were on the Art Philosophy cartridge. These are 2.5 inches, and then these are 3.5 inches in size. And I cut out 3 of those. I don't know what size I'm using exactly, but I'll figure it out as we go. And then what I did here, I cut out this remaining kind of scrap, and this is going to be part of my photo matting, so for a 4x6 photo. I'm going to plan on a 4x6 photo for this layout that I cut out. Again, this is still from My Mind's Eye. This is in that kit as well. I'll just set this aside. I love this paper. This is like some of the best Christmas paper. Another sheet of paper that comes in this kit. Well, there's a lot in here. Love it. Okay, so I just cut out several more at that same size, 2.5 inches and 3.5 inches. This one didn't seem to cut out quite all the way, but I can fix that. And that should be good. Now, I don't know how many I'm using, but I figure whatever is left over of these ornaments I can use on a card. And then I'm also using this stamp set called Simple Memories. This actually does not go along with one of the Cricut cartridges. Either one of the Cricut cartridges. It's just a really pretty kind of doily lace stamp set that I liked from Close to My Heart. And these are all from Melanie Brown and Nucci Draymond. She actually hosted, back in the summer, Nucci hosted a Get Well Soon Megan party, and I received some of these stamp sets as part of that. You guys can go back and watch that video sometime. But that was from her. So the Art Philosophy cartridge and some of these stamps came from both of them. They're both very, very wonderful people. I'm going to adhere my my photo mattings together. So I used the another piece of red. This is from the Holly, no, not Holly Jolly. This one's I Believe. Yes, I Believe, from My Mind's Eye. And I'm just going to adhere these together using my Glue Glider Pro. Yeah, I'll put this down here. And this is like a really big photo matting, but I wanted it to take up a little bit more space. And then if I decide to put in a bigger photo, like a 5x7, the red will actually just barely peek out because it's just a little bit bigger than 5 inches by 7 inches. Here's Corner Chomper, and I'm going to do the 1/4 inch round on all 4 corners. And on this red, I'm going to take some Check Me Out red, like bright, bright red. It's actually much brighter than this paper is, but I'm just going to do it around this outer edge and swipe it over top. It's going to give some nice contrast, but it blends so beautifully. And I'm going to do it right around this entire edge. And I'm doing this because I'm going to take this doily stamp that I talked about, and I'm going to kind of try to figure out exactly where I want it. Be close to there. I just want to do a little pencil marking. If I can find a pencil. Kind of see where I want this. And this is going to need to come over here a little more, because I'm going to do some Christmas trees over on this side, and I'm going to do some of my ornaments on this side, and then I want a space for journaling. So this is kind of where I want my framing to be, inside those pencil lines. Alright, so because of that, I'm going to take this Check Me Out Red, and this is really juicy, so you want to be really careful when you're using this for stamping. Dab it on your stamp, because if you try to dab your stamp on top of it, you're going to get a hot mess of a lot of ink everywhere, especially with a finer detailed stamp. This is more meant for blending and other things. It's not a it's a high quality pigment ink that can really make a mess if you're not careful. Alright, so I'm going to kind of stamp right where my pencil mark is outside of that line in this red color. So you can kind of see where I put my pencil lines, and I'm staying inside of them. I just want a little bit of this to come out the background. And this is going to tie together the ink on the outer edge. And actually, I kind of feel like I want to do a different, well, maybe not. There's several different doilies. You can see there's several different ones in this set. You could kind of decide and use a couple of them instead of just using one. But I think I'm just going to stick with the one. Alright. And this one down here. Oops. Okay, good. And then you can just wash that off, baby wipe or what have you. Alright, so let's see, line back up where my pencil marks were. Make sure I don't want any more. I can kind of shift it a little bit if I need to. Should be pretty close to good. I think I'm going to do one, well, maybe not. I'm going to do one more, but I'm going to do it down here. Okay, sorry, lost my train of thought. Can't think, can't measure, and talk at the same time there. Apparently. Alright, so what I was trying to say was, with this pretty red color, if you take a clear or a holographic embossing powder on top of a Christmas card, it looks so neat, because the holographic and that red just really offset each other so nicely. Alright, that is perfect. So that's all I'm going to do for underneath my photo matting. Now everything else is going to go down on top of this. Now, I used a lot of adhesive on here because this is a textured paper, so I used a lot of extra because I don't want it to fall off. And I'm also going to be using this in a display frame. So since I'm using it in a display frame, I really don't want it to go anywhere. Perfect. I want it to stay put. Now, I did have a little extra pencil marking there. I'm going to just erase that. I pushed it down just a little bit lower than I originally had it set, which is fine. Let's see, is there any more? Nope, I got them all. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I have these Christmas trees. Now I cut them on double sides. Well, it's double-sided paper rather. So I figured that I would use both sides, and I'm just going to create a little bit of a scene down here of Christmas trees. And what I wanted to do was stamp the Christmas tree that is included in the stamp set on top of one or probably two of these trees right here. So I'm going to actually use, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use the Salty Sea, it's a navy blue color ink edger ink. And it is so nice as an alternative to black, your everyday black. Just a nice impression. Alright, so I'm going to place this down right on top. There's a little bit of a shadow, or an overlap, or whatever you want to say, when you cut it out to size. So it was, the stamp required a 3 and a 3/4 inch tree, so we cut them out at 3 3/4 inches, and now I'm just stamping right on top. And you're going to want to apply even pressure. This is a really solid stamp. And I've never used it before, so I didn't prep it first, but I think it should be good. Yeah, that pigment ink really just looks awesome on there. And that blue looks so neat. So neat on top of this paper. Just, it's a different look. You know, instead of seeing that harsh black, it's a little bit softer, but it still makes that statement. Navy blue is not an easy color ink to find. How neat that looks. Oh, love it. I love it. All right, set that aside. Awesome. Now when I'm going to adhere these down, I want to make sure that I don't put any adhesive where my photo needs to go, so that I can slide the photo in underneath. So that's going to take just a little bit of finagling, but with the Glue Glider Pro, I should be all right. Stick that down there. And then you can even use some Megan Elizabeth You Cut It foam. Get a couple strips so that I knew I'd have enough space, but it also had enough support. So the You Cut It foam can be really, really nice for that. Gives you some dimension. And like I said, this is going in a display frame. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of adhesive right on the top, and then I'm going to use some 3-dimensional on the bottom because this is already lifted up. I want, let's see, let's do it at an angle. We're going to place it kind of here, and it needs to support but not stick up 3-dimensional up here because we want it to go flat on top of the tree that's already in 3D. So that's for our trees. Now what I want to do is take the ornaments, and there's so like different sizes, and I think I'm going to use the smaller ones because I want it to do quite a few. Going across the top. Again, being careful that where your photo needs to go, you don't have any adhesive on there, because you don't want to kind of make a mess with that and not be able to get your photo in when it's time. Alright, now I want to deck these out with some sparkle lights, so I'm going to use mostly the mini Girl's Best Friend, a couple of the Hey Jealousy green, because it's a really nice green to go right along with this, and then just a, I don't know, maybe half a scoop or so of Check Me Out Red. And let's see, I'm going to use some Zip Dry. I'm just going to put them throughout the page. Especially the Mini Girl's Best Friend on this Christmas tree, because there's little polka dots on here. It's really going to offset well. And this would look great on the front of a Christmas card if you use, if you cut out this tree to size and then cut out, or stamped on top of it, and then just put a few sparkle lights inside the little dots. It's just such a fun dimensional look. Get your hands quick on these sparkle lights. You don't want to miss them, especially while they're on such a great sale price. Awesome sale price. All right, I'm going to do some bigger ones in the center of some of these ornaments, just for some really great extra bling. Do the green, actually. I was going to put a red one on there. I might actually keep the red off and just do the green and the white. Look how pretty that red is. Like, whoo, right, pops out at you. Alright, now I want to just finish off the glimmeriness and the prettiness of this particular layout with a Viva Decor glitter liner. The glitter liner is just really going to accentuate all of the sparkle lights and everything else we have going on here. And this layout was done in moments time, which is really great. So go back in. I just want to add some, I'm using the glitter liner in the holographic, the iridescent color. And I'm just going to add a few more specks or spots of glitter. And this is a very fast drying glitter glue, as opposed to many others that are out there. So it's pretty much finished up. I just added just a little bit more Viva, and I even like smeared some just in certain spots. Like I smeared it all across this particular stamp down here just to give that extra sparkle and shimmer, and a little bit up here in the corner just to kind of carry that glitter all the way through. I really decorated up these trees. The sparkle looked gorgeous. I really hope that you enjoyed day 6. And you guys have a fabulous holiday season. Enjoy the moments, and I'll see you tomorrow for more prizes and giveaways at AboveReviewStudio.com. Quick, I forgot to finish off by stringing through just some regular twine. I'm just using basic non-colored twine, and I just strung it through and then tied little knots and then just tucked it in on both sides. Really simple, and it just finishes it off so beautifully. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the moments. Bye-bye.